What's going on, guys? It's Zach. We are back with an arm workout here. So, kind of a basic arm workout, not a ton of exercises, but really awesome movements thrown in here. So let's get right into it. So starting out with one arm preacher curls here. I think I've done these like two arm and shown you guys, but going one arm with the fit grips. And the great thing about, I think, what is this, a Strive machine? The great thing about these awesome Strive machines is you can load different ranges of motion. So you can see I got some 10s, I think, or 25s. No, 10s. 10s like in the middle range there, and then at the bottom, that's loading the top range. So just you can create tension, you know, in different ranges of motion with this machine. So it's really awesome. And the big thing with preacher curl, and you guys will see this in the close-up here, driving that elbow down hard into the pad. And you can see there's no space between my elbow, my upper arm, my armpit, getting your armpit driven down hard into that pad. There's no space. So what that means is there's going to be no upper arm movement, which is what we want. You know, you want to be locked in there and just focusing on driving that forearm, closing that gap between the forearm and the bicep. Moving on to cable crossover tricep extensions here. If you have not seen the hypertrophy mindset episode on this movement, I will link it up above. Go check it out. But the main thing here is now we're sitting, and we're basically emphasizing the top to mid-range of this movement. So there's really no tension in the shortened range of the tricep here, but throughout the mid-range there's just a ton of tension. And because you're seated, you can really stabilize your core, stabilize your chest, and flex those lats hard in order to keep your upper arm locked in. And basically, you know, you want that cable running right through your shoulder, your upper arm, and your hand. So you can kind of see, the angle right there, that I'm driving my hands out. So, and kind of what I'm also focusing on, and a good cue to think about is I'm trying to show someone the inside of my elbow. You know, I'm physically pushing my arms down and trying to push that inside part of your elbow out. So that's kind of a good cue to think about for those. Moving on to the arm blaster. I totally stole this arm blaster from Billy. Billy, if you want this back, you will have to come hit an arm workout with me if you watch this. But yeah, totally stole this arm blaster. But hitting some dumbbell curls here, real basic, got the fit grips on there, and just focusing on, you know, driving those elbows back into that arm blaster hard. And so what we did was we did those supersetted with dumbbell skull crushers, my preferred method of skull crushing. You know, with a bar, it feels good too, but I think you know, you just get so much better range of motion with the dumbbells, and the neutral grip, I think really takes some of the strain off of your wrist. So really, these are my go-to skull crusher movement. So back to these dumbbell curls, and you're gonna see I'm kind of leaning forward very slightly, like my chest is not out like it typically would be when I'm doing these. That's because with the arm blaster, when your chest is out, you're standing straight up. It places a lot of tension into your elbow at the bottom portion of the rep. So to avoid like hyperextending the elbow joint, I kind of lean forward very slightly, but I still am driving hard back into the arm blaster to initiate the movement and to get that squeeze there. So just a little note on the form. This I think is the top set here. This is the heaviest I went with the skull crushers here, and you can see just elbow locked in, upper arm locked in, no momentum, feet up, just because I think that felt better on this day, but there's no rhyme or reason to why, you know, my feet are up. But you can see there, just going to complete complete failure on those. Moving into a dumbbell incline curl here, and you're gonna see a nice angle from the front here. So those elbows are locked in at the sides, hands just coming outside of shoulder width. Again, we got the fit grips on. I think I had to use the fit grips for every single bicep movement. They just feel so good, for doing curls. So, and you can see here, again, elbow pointed straight down, upper arm pointed straight down. We're not swinging the dumbbell back behind us and then driving it forward, using momentum to swing it up. Just zero momentum, and just trying to get that forearm, closing that gap between the forearm and the bicep, and you're gonna get an awesome contraction in the bicep if you can do that. And going with the incline because we're biasing the lengthened range of the bicep. So with those dumbbell curls with the arm blaster, you're getting a good contraction through the mid range and the top range of the bicep, and then we're throwing these in to hit that lengthened range right at the end there, where you still got a little bit of strength left at the end of a workout. And finishing it out with some wide grip tricep press downs here, and using the little rope handles just because it allows your wrists to get a little bit of movement, and going with a neutral grip and just getting anything and everything that your triceps have left here. I think I only did 1 or 2 sets with a drop set of these right at the end, just because we were pretty fried at this point. So that is the arm workout, guys. It's kind of a basic arm workout, good fallback workout. If you don't know what to do on bicep day, bicep tricep day, this is a good one to hit. So next week, gonna be doing another hypertrophy mindset episode. If you guys have a movement request, leave it down below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.